Clint Eastwood, born Clinton Eastwood Jr. on May 31st, 1930 in San Francisco, California, is one of the most enduring figures in American cinema. His career spans over 6 decades, encompassing acting, directing, producing, and composing. Raised during the Great Depression, Eastwood experienced a modest childhood that shaped the stoic, self-reliant personas he often portrayed on screen. Before entering Hollywood, he held odd jobs such as lifeguard, forest firefighter, and steelworker. Drafted into the U.S. Army during the Korean War, stationed at Fort Ord, California, Eastwood began seriously considering acting. His journey would eventually transform him into a global star and a symbol of rugged individualism in American culture. Early career and rise to fame. Eastwood's acting career began with television, most notably his role as Rowdy Yates in the Western series Rawhide, which ran for 8 seasons in the late 1950s and made him a household name. His transition to film came in the 1960s, particularly through his collaboration with Italian director Sergio Leone. Eastwood's portrayal of the enigmatic man with no name in A Fistful of Dollars, 1964, For a Few Dollars More, 1965, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966, defined the spaghetti western genre. These films were gritty, morally complex, and stylistically revolutionary, with Eastwood's minimalist dialogue and stoic demeanor becoming his signature. This period cemented him as an international star while reshaping Western storytelling. The Dirty Harry era. During the 1970s and 1980s, Eastwood became synonymous with the tough, morally complex hero through the Dirty Harry series. Playing San Francisco Police Inspector Harry Callahan, he captured public imagination with a persona that combined pragmatism, aggression, and charisma. Callahan's famous line, "Go ahead, make my day," became part of popular culture, symbolizing the era's debates over law, justice, and personal responsibility. Beyond box office success, the films explored ethical questions of vengeance and authority, showcasing Eastwood's growing interest in complex human motivations. These roles solidified his status as both a cinematic icon and a cultural commentator, reflecting the social tensions of contemporary America. Transition to directing and critical acclaim. Not content to remain solely an actor, Eastwood moved behind the camera with remarkable success. His directorial debut, Play Misty for Me, 1971, demonstrated his skill in psychological storytelling. Over the following decades, he directed critically acclaimed films such as The Outlaw, Josie Wales, 1976, Pale Rider, 1985, and Bird, 1988, a biopic of jazz saxophonist Charlie Parker. His storytelling balanced sparse style with emotional depth, reflecting a unique cinematic vision. Unforgiven, 1992, marked a career peak, winning 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, proving his mastery as both filmmaker and storyteller. Eastwood's work consistently blended commercial appeal with artistic ambition. Later, directorial achievements. In the 2000s and 2010s, Eastwood continued to create socially relevant, emotionally resonant films. Mystic River, 2003, and $1 Million Baby, 2004, earned multiple Academy Award nominations, with the latter winning Best Picture and giving Eastwood his second Best Director Oscar. Later projects like Gran Torino, 2008, American Sniper, 2014, and Richard Jewell, 2019, explored themes of morality, identity, and justice within contemporary American life. Eastwood's directorial style, marked by economy, contemplation, and narrative clarity, allows audiences to engage deeply with character and story. His consistent focus on authenticity and human experience underscores a remarkable ability to remain culturally relevant across decades. Beyond the screen, music, business, and civic life, Eastwood's influence extends beyond film. As a composer, he scored several of his movies, demonstrating a nuanced understanding of music's emotional power. In business, he invested in real estate and managed the Mission Ranch in Carmel by the Sea, California, where he served as mayor from 1986 to 1988. His tenure in public office reflected his independent political views and commitment to local governance. Throughout his career, Eastwood championed individualism, perseverance, and self-reliance, values evident in both his work and personal life. This combination of artistry, entrepreneurship, and civic engagement reinforces his image as a multidimensional American icon. Romantic life and public persona. Clint Eastwood's personal life has often mirrored the intensity of his screen persona. His romantic history is notable for both quantity and diversity, spanning brief affairs to long-term partnerships and marriages. Women associated with him include Anita Lois, Roxanne Tunis, Gail Green, Inga Stevens, Jamie Rose, and others, each relationship marking a distinct phase of his life. Eastwood's reputation as a Casanova of Hollywood reflects his rugged charisma and complex personal life. Yet beyond celebrity gossip, these relationships reveal an individual navigating fame, creativity, and personal desire within a highly publicized career, offering insight into the intersection of art and private experience in Hollywood. Critique of Old Hollywood. Kirk Douglas Eastwood has publicly criticized certain old Hollywood figures as being creeps, offering a candid view of industry behavior. He singled out Kirk Douglas, whose assertive personality and dominance on set often intimidated co-workers, particularly women. Douglas's reputation as aggressive and controlling reflected broader systemic issues in Hollywood, where power imbalances enabled misconduct. Eastwood, who values professionalism and mutual respect, found such behavior troubling, seeing it as a contrast to the evolving standards of conduct in the film industry. This critique underscores Eastwood's awareness of historical misconduct and highlights his commitment to ethical filmmaking practices. Critique of Old Hollywood. Clark Gable. Clark Gable, often celebrated as Hollywood's quintessential leading man, also appears on Eastwood's list of troubling figures. Known for charm and charisma, Gable's personal conduct, while less publicly documented, raised concerns for Eastwood. His critique suggests a recognition of the discrepancy between a polished public image and private behavior. Gable's experiences illustrate the duality often present in the golden age of Hollywood, where star power could shield inappropriate behavior from scrutiny. Eastwood's candid assessment reflects both his moral standards and his understanding of the industry's historical failures to address abusive behavior among powerful men. Critique of Old Hollywood. Richard Burton. Richard Burton, the Welsh actor known for Shakespearean mastery and turbulent personal life, was another of Eastwood's criticisms. Burton's intensity, heavy drinking, and stormy relationships, particularly with Elizabeth Taylor, often overshadowed his professional achievements. Eastwood viewed Burton's volatility and social dominance as unprofessional and off-putting. His labeling of Burton as a creep reflects a broader concern with accountability in Hollywood, particularly regarding the conduct of men whose talent and fame insulated them from consequences. These insights reveal Eastwood's discerning perspective on behavior, talent, and ethics in the cinematic world. Critique of Old Hollywood. John Ford, legendary director. John Ford, who shaped the Western genre and mentored Eastwood, also received a harsh critique. Ford's gruff, authoritarian style often verged on tyrannical, with reports of harsh treatment toward actors and crew. Eastwood, who later developed a directorial approach emphasizing respect and collaboration, found Ford's methods abusive and misogynistic. While Ford's cinematic legacy is unquestionable, Eastwood's reflections illustrate the tension between artistic brilliance and personal conduct. This perspective sheds light on the complexities of Hollywood's golden era, showing how revered figures could simultaneously be innovators and perpetrators of toxic behaviors behind the camera. Conclusion, legacy, and perspective. By naming figures like Douglas, Gable, Burton, and Ford as his biggest creeps, Clint Eastwood offers a candid assessment of old Hollywood's darker side. These men, while monumental in shaping cinema, embodied attitudes and behaviors that modern standards would condemn. Eastwood's bluntness highlights the evolution of the industry in addressing toxic conduct, while underscoring his own commitment to professionalism, respect, and ethical filmmaking. Across decades, he has remained a symbol of quiet strength, artistic integrity, and moral clarity. His life, both on and off screen, continues to inspire audiences, demonstrating that talent and influence carry responsibilities beyond the silver screen.